Okay, so riding the bus. Of course, they had the preps in there. All right, targeted me on the bus, particularly women. So it's nothing new. Like I said, it's the same old, same old. So yeah. So anyway, so Pam, after she came back from getting her car. Got the oil change, so she texts me. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to Michael's." So I'm like, "Okay." Then she calls me back, talking about, "Oh, she is going to go to the base and all that stuff." I said, "What are you talking? Like, I gotta go home, right? Like trying to talk as if I'm staying." That's when she came in the house. And she was like, "Oh, I thought you were staying." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Listen, whoever you get your oil change, whoever you visit, what have you. Then you come back in the house, because I had asked her to pick up some soda." She came in the house. She's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I'm really, really tired." And also she parked the store right there. She could have went to the store and picked up the soda. So why all of a sudden now she's so damn tired that she couldn't just go to the corner store to get some soda? She's like, "Oh, I just come sick because I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep." And she just went in her bedroom and went to sleep. All right. Besides, after she was arguing with me about what she said. And I said, "Look, I had my headphones. I didn't hear you. Or you didn't understand." I said, "Listen, I had my headphones. I didn't hear you. Or you just didn't understand me." I'm like, "What is it that you're not listening? What is it that you're not hearing?" "I had my headphones on. I did not hear you." "Oh, you must not." I'm like, "Yeah, you got out the last word, right?" Typical narcissist. They got out the last word. So when she was standing up here like she's taking a bus. Right, so you see the girl that, so she came over to stand up at a bus stop, right, so she could target me, and the bus pulled up. She didn't get on the bus, she walked the opposite way. You see? That shit is so funny. And like I said, they try to target you in such a way, like I said, they try to shut you up. If that doesn't work, then they try to make it seem like if you talk about what they're doing there now, what they're doing to you, then the police, the people responsible for doing this to you,
please exit
that they're going to get money and all this stuff, right? Because again, because you're talking about what's going on, what's being done to you, then whatever narrative they set about you or try to create about you, then it must be true, what have you. But it's all as a means to shut you up. What's that over there? The police. Yeah, a lot of flashing lights over there. Yeah, see? This is what they do, right? You guys see the flashing lights? And you see it over here too, it's like a view. Alright? Yeah. They're definitely trying to hide their shit. They're definitely trying to hide their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's to tell you how the ways these criminals are and how they operate, right? This is what they do, Oh, they'll try to send me subliminal messages, but if I talk about what they're doing, the people are involved, nothing's going to happen to them. Let's see if I can. Now they're leaving. Look at that shit. Now that the bus pulled off, now they're leaving. It's the same thing that they would do when I'm walking on foot. Alright? So yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, try to make you believe in TI that if you talk about your target and then, whatever narrative they said about you is true, or the people who are involved, nothing's going to happen to them, and blah, blah, blah. Which is, again, to try to get you to shut up about your target. Right? Which is, again, it is a tactics use in order to silence you, and they're going to try many different ways. And they're going to tell you also that if you stop talking about this, then the people that do this to you, then they're going to get arrested to try to get you to stop talking, right? And so they're always flipping the script back and forth. But don't believe them. Keep exposing them. What they're doing. Keep showing it if you can. Study your target and study how it affected you. Think back prior to you becoming aware and understand that they've been priming you for this for at least, I would say, 2 years. 1 year is not enough to prime you to this. It will at least take 2 years or more. Okay, so if you've been aware of your targeting for the past 20 years, understand you have been targeting for 22 years, possibly even longer. But you gotta understand how these subliminal programs work, how these coercive persuasion work, how it is an ongoing manipulation, right? Between you, the perpetrators, the architect of these programs, and those that they have involved. Also understand the use of direct energy weapons, radio wave, microwave frequency weapons for mind control, to embed subliminal message, right? To embed subliminal message as you are sleeping. I talked about this used to happen to me. Every other weekend I would get up, go to 14th Street Square, Barnes & Noble, and there's always going to be some white guy, one or two of them standing at the front entrance, and when they see me, they'll give me the thumbs up and walk away. Right? And you'll constantly see that people would stand up on the side, if you're walking, would stand up in the middle of the sidewalk, okay, waiting. Right? The minute you are walking towards them, then they start walking either away from you or towards you. Right? But you can see them from a block away. Okay? And so just like tonight, you see that guy with the phone in his hands, he just stopped right there. Okay? So, like I said, they'll do a reversal. Like I said, time and time again, this is to cause confusion. But don't be confused. Don't be confused. Understand what's going on. Alright? And then act according to how you, right, for the most part, believe in what's going on, what's being done. So, yes, you're going to experience the fight or flight phenomenon, but you have to make it work for you, not for them. Right? And it's not easy to do. Sometimes because of how you're being targeted, it may work for them. And sometimes because of how you're being targeted, it may work for you. It's going to work for you. I definitely know today it will work for me somehow because she was trying to prime me up to stay there. And when I told her no, I said, I didn't tell you that. Why are you assuming? And she's like, and I get what she said. She said something about, I assume, like they have you believing that, like when they say, okay, well, we just work together. No, you don't just work together. Just because you know the individual, who they are, how they are, you're able to work together with them and able to work together with you. But the minute something comes in and interfere with that frequency, right? I would say, then you're thrown off, right? So, that's what happened. I said, listen, because again, they have us believing in this, supernatural shit. Because again, it is something that they've created within our personality and with using these technologies, right? But it isn't, right? So that is why we as black men and black women, we don't have any communication skills towards each other because we are relying on some so-called
supernatural force to fill in the blanks for us to tell us what we do. No, communication is key. Why all other groups communicate with each other? Because we as black, particularly black women, like to think that, yeah, we just read each other's mind. No, you don't. Okay? And this is why there is no communication. This is why there is a big communication problem between black men and black women. Because we're not communicating with each other. We're just assuming shit. Instead of asking. And especially a lot of black women think that they're too good to ask. Right? They're too good to ask. But we as black men, we always gotta ask them. Right? And that is a big issue. And it is because of our conditioning, that's the way we are. Okay? And it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. Believe me or don't believe me, but trust me when I say that it's going to get a lot worse. And pretty soon, just as white people in terms of birth rate numbers going down, black people in terms of birth rate is going to go way down. While other groups, other so-called minorities, is going way up. Look at Hispanics. They're the number 2 populous people, ethnic group in this country. And as Dr. You're looking at me. Dr. Claude Anderson said by the year 2035 or 2050, Asians is going to be the 3rd most populous. And it's going to push us back to be number 4. Right? So we don't want to hear that shit. We want to participate in these little things and white supremacy to destroy one another, to destroy a person like me. Because these white motherfuckers are supremacists. Right? They're so afraid. Right? And you think it's just me? Okay, well, you know what? There's a good bit of us TRs. And guess what? What happened if your son or daughter decide to go into civil rights activism? What's going to happen to them? Right? So, yeah, you guys have your fun. Enjoy. Because ultimately, I'm going to have the last laugh. At least that's what I believe. Because like I said, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse.